Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back again with another project for you, and this time it's a gift box as Get Well Soon. So I've used this lovely Hopeful Thoughts stamp set, which is really good for sympathy or get well cards. Lovely one that's been around a little while, but I've only just recently acquired it, and this is a two-part box. And inside is something to make somebody feel better. So this is, in my other life, I am a consultant for Neal's Yard Remedies, which are organic products. And this is their hand defence, organic defence hand spray, which is fantastic for killing off bacteria. A pack of tissues and of course some chocolates, because chocolate makes a lot of things feel better. And then it's just in a little divided box, so you could obviously add different things if you wanted to, so what I'll do is I'll show you how to make the box. You will need a trimmer, and I'm actually going to use my scoreboard, which I haven't used for a while, and that's because it really does make box making a lot easier. You really do get a good finish on your boxes, and I'm falling back in love with my scoreboard. So to start off with then, I'm going to do this all in inches today. I haven't worked it out in centimetres yet, but I will do so. You're going to need some card, and I used the Pear Pizzazz before, and this time I'm using some of the Pool Party instead. So that's what we're going to be using there, which is a lovely colour. She says, just changing her mind about what we're going to do. So you're going to need 3 pieces of card, which I've pre-cut here. So the box base is the biggest one, and that is 8 1/4 by 7 1/2. So not quite square. If you bring in my scoreboard, which hopefully you can just see here at the top. So this is 7 1/2, and we've got 8 1/4. So on all 4 sides, doesn't matter where you start, you're going to score at 1 1/2 inches. So that is literally just finding the 1 1/2 and literally just pulling all the way down there. Turn it and repeat. So again, 1 1/2, 1 1/2. Oh, that just came off the end there. And 1 1/2. Okay, so that's our box base. Then we're going to do our lid, which is 7 1/4 by 6 1/2. And on this, you're going to score on all 4 sides at 1 inch, but I'm going to put in a little insert at the side of 2 pieces of card, and that is just to allow a little bit more on the top for you to, for me to get my words straight for a start off. That would help, wouldn't it? This is so that you can get a, basically it just moves it across a bit so that your lid fits better. So I'm just taking a piece of card, folding it in half, and just pop that in there. So it just gives a little bit more of a shim, and then at 1 inch on all 4 sides. So the 1 inch just means it doesn't come all the way down the sides of the box. So when it's always awkward working around my tripod, I'm hoping to get a new setup soon with a ceiling mounted camera. Messed it up. Right. Right, oh, that made that harder work than it should have been. Okay, and then the insert is 4 7/16 by 9 inches. So the reason it's sort of just that little bit under 4 1/2 is just so that it'll sit inside much better. And you're just going to score on the length of this one at 1 1/2, 2 1/2, 3 1/2, 5 3/4, 6 3/4, 7 3/4. Okay, oh, right, that's a nice easy one. So again, just go through and fold all of those, and then you're going to fold them back on themselves, so you're creating this little shape here. so hopefully you can see that. And that's going to then sit in your box. Okay. So that's our insert. We can pop that to one side. Now we can create our box. And boxes, you know, this is just a nice straightforward box. Managed to get some ink all over that one. That's always a good start. Fortunately, it's on the inside. So grab your scissors and try and keep it as square as possible with a box. I know the same with the lid. I kind of do it in my, what I call like a wheel. I just turn it a quarter cut, a quarter turn, and then do the next tab. Now, in terms of box making, you could use red tape if you've got that. You can use fuse, which is much speedier. Obviously, it gives a really good grab. So that's our box base. While we've got our scissors out, let's do our lid as well. But don't make the lid up until you've actually decorated it. We're going to do exactly the same. Like so. And like so. Okay, so pop that to one side, make our box up. Fuse. Okay, so fold the tab in and then just run your fuse. And as I've said before, you don't have to be, you know, fierce with fuse. Don't be frightened of it. Just nice and gentle and you're sorted. And then just fold those up. Really just tuck it in on all four sides. So that's our box base. We can then insert our insert. Now obviously that, you know, you can glue that down if you want to, or you can add your items and that'll keep it in place. Obviously this is just a selection of Ferreros. Okay, like so. Pop that to one side and then we can go on to create our box. So this is where you're going to need your trimmer, because you're going to be wanting to cut some DSP, which is from the whole lot of Lovely. We've got, so all I've done is for the top, it's 5 by 4 1/4 inches. So that's 5, just over. So there's my 4 1/4, and trim that down to 5. Because we've made the box out of coloured card, I don't feel you need to add a layer. I mean, you can if you want to, but that will just sit nicely there. And then for the sides, you're going to need 5 by 3/4 inch. So because I'm going to need 2 of those. So I'm going to cut 2 3/4 inch pieces and just trim those down to 5 inches. And then the other 2 pieces are 4 1/4 by 3/4. So I'm just going to cut again 2 3/4 strips, like so. And cut those to 4 1/4. And again, just remember, when you're doing little strips, it's always a good idea to come up from the bottom, so you're pushing it up rather than twisting it out of the way. So that's all of our DSP that we need. And I've just realised I haven't got out any card for my stamping, so we can quickly do that. So for this Whisper White, you want 3 3/4 by 3 inches. So on this piece I'll just take it off at 3 inches first, and then 3 3/4, like so. then I'm actually going to do a layer of crushed curry on that, I think. See what I can find to hand. Most usual, I've usually got everything ready to go, and not today. I've got, could you believe I've got every colour but I've got, oh well. Anyway, I'm going to, and now everything's falling on the floor, the instructions are going. Okay, let's see if there's a big enough piece here. 4 inches by 3¼ inches. Let's have a go. 3¼ inches, not quite. 3¼ inches by 4 inches. No. Okay. Stop panicking. I could, of course, if I was really sensible, I could stop the video and do something else. But hey, where would the fun be in that? Right, I have finally got some card. Okay. Lovely. 3 inches. 3¼ inches. That is pretty much there. 3¼ just shy. So 3¼ by 4 inches. Oh, what a lot of faff. Okay, have I got a layer? Yes, I have. There we go. Dear me, I could have made that much more difficult, could I? Right, I'm probably running out of time, but hey, never mind. So we're now going to stamp our centre panel when I finished faffing about, and to do that I'm actually going to colour in using markers. I'm going to do the flowers first, because what I don't want to do is muddy my pen afterwards with some green. So I'm using crushed curry here, and that's to kind of echo the crushed curry that's in the card, the DSP that you've got on those little little buds there. Then I'm going to come in with Pear Pizzazz marker, and you'll see I'm just using the side of my marker here. Just coming in like so. And then, so we're huffing, so that's breathing all over it just to re-moisten the stamp set, the stamp. There we have our flowers. Next we're going to use our sentiment. So again, I think as I've used crushed curry card, having messed up with my preparation. And this is the stamp set, sentiment from the same stamp set, and literally just hover over. There we go. Perhaps could have added a little more pressure on that one. And then all you need to do now is add the layers to the cardstock. So, card to card, I'm going to use my snail, like so. That creates our layer, and that'll make those little crushed curry flowers. Just pop that to one side. Again, we're using DSP onto card. So that can just go straight onto there. And then each of our pieces can just line up on the side there. And that just gives a nice border with that 1/4 inch. You know, you could take it down to 1/8 of an inch, which I've done on some projects. I think because I love Pool Party, it's a really pretty colour. I quite like to see quite a bit of it. There we go, and then the last one. So as you can see, it's obviously easier to put your DSP on while the box lid is still sort of unmade. And then all you need to do then is come in and add some fuse to the tabs. And then what I normally do now is I do a couple of corners like so, and then just add those on like so. Slide it back off and just make sure those are well adhered. Grab some dimensionals, and again the dimensionals, remember you don't have to have loads. One in each corner and one in the centre to support it is all you need. Pop those off. And there's a lovely little recovery box for a friend who's feeling unwell. And you could obviously change that up and use it for all sorts of things. The hand defence spray is fantastic and does spoil you, I have to say. No more nasty hand sanitizer for me, because that is much, much nicer. So that's it in the pool party. That's it in Pear Pizzazz. I'm actually rather pleased that I forgot to get the pool party out, because I think the crushed curry makes those flowers pop. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again soon. Don't forget to visit my shop if you want anything that I've demonstrated today, and that's heidismith.stampinup.net. Choose me as a demonstrator, and as always you'll get that thank you card and a little something from me as well. Thanks for watching. Bye now.